Welcome to Lucas Oil on the Edge, coming to you from Joliet, Illinois for the first Team Demolition Derby race of the year. These guys have had all winter to think about hitting each other, and tonight, someone's going to get a chance to see if they can take down the Killer Bees, winning the whole thing last year. 7 other teams think they have what it takes. We'll find out on the Edge.
Got it tacked up, and if you get too close, you're getting cracked up. Stone cold when I roll, coming out of the hole. Get back, cause I'm out of control. I'm on the edge.
Everybody has packed the parking lot here at Route 66. They're tailgating and having a great time because tonight means one thing. It's all about Team Demolition, and everybody has shown up to support their team. This is going to be a lot of fun as all the best in the business have come out here to fight for the championship one more time. Now, down in the middle of all those fans having a great time is the third member of our team, Ted Brunson. Ted?
Great to be back at Route 66 Raceway for the Tournament of Destruction. That's right, Team Demolition, and everybody is here. 7,000 plus in these stands, ready to see some cars tear it up. What is Team Demo? Well, it's basically roller derby with horsepower, but no rules. You've got a runner, a blocker, and 2 crushers. And I'll tell you one thing, those crushers could go across the ring. The object is to get around that lap 5 times and survive. If you make it through 3 rounds, you are the champion. I think they're ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
Thanks a lot, Ted. Ken Stout, Brian Olson bringing you all the action here tonight. Let's introduce you to the team, starting with Mean Green Machine.
Driving that big old Thunderbird, and then one of the big wagons right here for the 22 team. This is the Beyond Driven Group.
Plenty of heavy iron out here. No shortage. Take a look at that beautiful Thunderbird, and that is Team Junkyard Dogs, and everybody has shown up.
And I tell you what, when you come out in pink, there's only one thing you could call that baby, and that is Team Havoc.
Next up, some of the scrappiest drivers out there, the 2005 championship team of Stranglehold.
They got more than enough fans in that machine. New to it this season is this group called the Orange Taxi Company.
And as Ted had mentioned earlier, here are the defending national champions. They're called the Killer Bees, and they're looking to make it 2 in a row.
Our next team finished 5th overall last season. They need to make a big comeback. The name is Damage Inc.
All right, here's a look at the ladder and how they'll all match up. We're going to bring you highlights from round number 1. Mean Green Machine was out. They were taking on the brand new team who is owned by Greg Message called Beyond Driven. And Joe Snow is in the 22 car for them. And watch him stand on the throttle here. Talk about somebody that can flat track one through the mud. This guy's getting it done.
He's got a lot of great horsepower, and he is the guy that is the runner. It is up to the blockers and the crushers to slow him down.
As you can see, they carry a lot of speed. Some of these guys with engines as big as 500 cubic inches inside of them, they are not afraid to run around here wide open, and they will run into each other wide open. And right there, he's lining up with that wall pretty good.
That's Joe Snow. Once again, as you mentioned, he is the heavy hitter. This baby makes a lot of steam and a lot of power. I believe we're on board with Joe as well. He'll take the wall.
I think it was that move that upset him because watch this. He's about to take you for a ride. Sit back in your chair because look at that! Woo! I mean, head on, baby, at about 50 miles an hour. It's hard to see who had to get it done.
Man, both those drivers took hard hits. I thought they were coming through the windshield. Oh, Joe Snow back in the car.
He's trying to make that track a little bit bigger, man. He missed that car, tried to take out the wall, and that left the team captain to run around and finish this one out in round 1 action. Car number 21, that is Greg Messick, and he brought Team Beyond Driven home as a round 1 winner.
That's exactly right. And by the way, these teams have more than one car for each other. So as they make the way through round robins of racing, they got plenty of them left in reserve. When you saw the car like Joe Snow get totaled out, we'll talk to the winner.
All right, Greg, you know, it looked easy with 2 cars there for a second you were facing, but, you know, it got a little dicey there near the end.
It really did. It really did. They put up a heck of a fight and stuff, and the plan was for me to run laps, but I seen the other guy was running laps, and he was leading there, so I turned off to try to stop him, and we stopped him, and then I see my other guys were in trouble, so I better get back to doing the lap running, so But this is great. First year owning a team, and I got some great drivers that are driving with me, and it's just an honor to be doing this.
Okay, let's continue on. Damage Inc. and Junkyard Dogs will be coming up next, and the Junkyard Dogs team captain is a national championship winner, Mark Zesmer, back in his first year in 2003, but he hasn't won since.
And I tell you what, the Junkyard Dogs are in pretty deep here with Team Havoc.
Well, in round one, the Junkyard Dogs look to be as strong as ever. You know, last year was very rough for them. It came down to the final race, the final event of the year, and they lost that final race to the champions, the Killer Bees, by 1 point. The Dogs on a mission to chew on that bone.
And we can see they're taking on Team Damage Inc., who really needs to pick up the pace if they're going to make a run at a championship. You mentioned at the top of the show there, Brian, they finished 5th a year ago, and they have a very tough Junkyard Dogs out there with them right now.
Yeah, they got a large road to hoe right here now. You can already see a couple of the cars that are out of competition here, but a great onboard shot for Ryan Bluer as he makes his way around the racetrack.
Oh, did a crush it, man, doing a great job. That was number 36. Tom the Brickman Lewis laying a smackdown on him.
Wow, that was a hard hit right there. Unbelievable. Damage Inc., Junkyard Dog. You got the blockers, and you got the runners, and the key is...
Oh, yeah. Johnny Rude Ryan right there. He's getting it done as well, but Ryan Bluer is still running around here making some laps. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, the key is getting 5 laps, as we mentioned earlier. You heard it from Ted.
See that state-of-the-art seatbelt there?
Yeah, boy, that was a nice one right there.
Checkered flag flies for the Junkyard Dogs here in round number 1. And as you can see, they got it done. They want to go to round number 2. We're going to send Ted back down there.
Dude, total annihilation. Your car, first of all, love the fact that it's smoking, but you guys just smoked them, period.
That's our goal. That's all we want to do this year. We came out here the first night just to prove a point. That's all we want to do.
Oh, and how about that? Just like the big guys, the kids are having fun on their playground as well. Come on back. This telecast is being brought to you by Lucas Oil Products, made in America, sold to the world. Herculiner truck bed liners, when the tough come easy. And by General Tire. Welcome back to Joliet. We're bringing you round 1 action here of the Team Demolition, and so far Junkyard Dogs have done a great job making it to round 2 along with Beyond Driven. Up next, Team Havoc is going to line up against the very tough Killer Bees.
Yeah, but you can see that some of them are hanging back and some are headed for that very front car, that runner. And right off the bat, as they take that black machine, oh!
Yeah, they will dish out some hits. Team Havoc has been so close to winning a championship. They finished 2nd on 2 different occasions, and last year to these guys, the Killer Bees.
I tell you what, they are the underdogs going into this deal. Uh-oh. Oh! And how could you hit your own driver?
And the driver's door, no less. Just like that. Yeah, they both had them lined up, and, sometimes it's just the way it goes,
Oh, man, not in the driver's door, though, bro. Oh, man, big old full-size cars right there.
Jason Rotten in the number 47 as we continue on. The current leader, Tim Sloan. And, of course, he's running around there for the Killer Bees.
Yeah, throughout all the chaos now, the key is making 5 laps. Does not have to be the same car. Well, he dodged one there.
And you could hear the fans up there. I mean, 7,000 strong. Everybody saw that crash coming, but somehow they missed each other in this mud.
Oh, they love their Team Demo Derby here in Joliet, Illinois. And I believe he's going to be coming around. Oh, maybe not.
Just got him. Oh, yeah, good enough to stop him.
Man.
And that was the goal, obviously, to try and slow him down. But it looks like he's still running. As it all shakes down, the Killer Bees got the win.
All right, Tim, in true Killer Bee fashion, you guys pretty much annihilated the competition.
Yes, my first time out there, but man, it was a great time.
Hey, your first time out here, they put you as a runner. I mean, what does that mean? Are you just a prodigy or what?
I guess so. They told me I was running laps. That's what I was supposed to do.
And the final 2 here in round number 1 will be the Orange Taxi Company and Team Stranglehold. Team Stranglehold in the white and blue, obviously. Orange Taxi Company, I'm sure you can figure that one out. Look at the big iron out here, man. Big old Chevys, Cadillacs, Oldsmobiles. It's awesome.
Number 54 is Jay Allen, and Jay is the driver for Team Stranglehold. And Team Stranglehold is the scrappiest team in demos, and they fought tough and hard, and they're using big motors this year. They said, we're going to come out with big bodies and big horsepower.
And of course, on the other side, the Orange Taxi Company, a brand new team for this year. So if you haven't been used to this style of competition, they can certainly use some fans. You know, this has been going on for so long. A lot of the fans in the stands have been coming here since they were little kids, now bringing their kids, and they've been rooting for the same team for years and years. So when you're a brand new team, you could always use a little help.
I like it when a big steel bumper goes flying through the air like that. There's the 54 car right there, Jay the Slayer Van Allen. And by the way, Team Stranglehold is the Van Allen brothers, Zach, Cadillac Zach, Hollywood, Slayer, and McGriver. That's Josh, Sherry, Trey, and Zach.
All Van Allens, and of course Matt Opie Pierce rounds out that team. When it was all said and done, it was the Van Allens who brought home the win.
And they made it look easy.
Dude, they don't get much easier than that. I mean, you better be ready for a battle in round 2.
Yeah, expect one. 17, they're pretty badass. So. Yeah, that wasn't even that much fun, Joe. It's good to get a feel for the car. But...
Well, now you're not going to use this car next time, obviously. You got to go to a new one, right?
No, but yeah, these are all new cars to us, so not used to driving with this much power, you know.
Stay with us. More hard-hitting action on the track and in the stands is on the way.
Nicknames are nothing new to motorsports, but some of these guys in the Team's Demolition Derby series on the Edge have some of the craziest names ever. How about the Big Kahuna, the Disturbed One, and my favorite, Slayer Van Allen? Let's see if any of these guys have something for defending champion Killer Bees on the Edge.
Much like their names, there's a lot of characters rooted out inside of this field. Beyond Driven and Junkyard Dogs will be doing some damage to each other. They are the next pair here trying to make it to the final round.
Oh, you can see right off the bat, they're going to try to knock out those runners at the front. So big confusion right off the bat.
Of course, in the red, that is Beyond Driven. Right off the bat, Joe Snow with a 22 already getting his hits in. The Junkyard Dogs will be in blue.
So neither runner from either team has even made so much as a half of a lap. So they must have put together a different strategy here for round number 2.
Low tractor tires on the back of that one, car number 35. That is the Big Kahuna that we heard Lucknut speak of just a moment ago. Garrett Vanderbilt driving for the Junkyard Dogs.
Oh, big hit right.
Big Bill, man, laying one out on the 35 car there of the Big Kahuna.
And Bill Balley's machine, he's not going to make it long. He's already lost the radiator in that machine. So that's going to be a tough way to go.
Oh, man, another big hit. That was out of John Clement, car number 20. Oh, and Joe Snow finally gets one in. So some big hits coming from both sides here. But how about Beyond Driven, man? These guys are focused this year.
You know what, but how about Joe?
How about the extension on that steering wheel right there? He got all that one out.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, Joe Snow's going to feel bad here in a couple of days after this. I mean, he has taken more bigger hits than anyone, and I'd say everyone combined. Fire on the 33 car of Ryan Bluer.
And it looks like the Junkyard Dogs trying to take advantage of a lot of damage that Beyond Driven has sustained here. Another head-on collision. Oh, no, I thought it was head-on. It was the 20 car that was backing up. John Clement was going backwards.
What's crazy is they're going the opposite direction. So what you're trying to figure out here is if the Junkyard Dogs can continue to make forward progress. Once again, the key here, as the white flag does come out, is making 5 laps.
The Big Kahuna there in car number 35 with the Junkyard Dogs. No right rear tire on that one. He's trying to survive one more lap.
That's Garrett Vanderbilt one more time.
When you can see one of the Beyond Driven cars just barely missed. He was trying to put him into the wall.
I don't think they're going to get the job done.
No way, through turns 3 and 4 here. A lot of momentum. Working the throttle, coming by for the checkered flag.
Well, that's hard to believe without having a tire in the back of that car.
How about that? Beating Beyond Driven, and those guys are really laying down some big hits.
Man, that is big right there. Wow.
All right, let's send Ted Brunson down there to talk to the winning team.
Garrett, the big kahuna, you kind of hid around there for a while. You're just kind of sneaking and hiding, playing cat and mouse, and you end up getting the victory.
Yeah.
This was by far the most violent and aggressive match of the night.
It was wicked. It was definitely wicked. I don't know, I was having problems steering. It didn't want to hook right, so I don't know. I had to feather a lot of horsepower this year. I don't know, awesome night.
When we come back, we'll cover the other side of the semifinals. All right, it's time now to pause for our Lucas Oil Product Spotlight.
Well, when these cars are out on the track tonight for Team Demolition Derby, they're not going to be out there long, but when they are out there, they're going to be running very, very hot. Now, you're not going to take this baby for a Sunday stroll, but if you were, you would want to have good oil in it. Of course, you want good oil in it today as well, but a car cannot live on oil alone. That's why you may want to consider Lucas Oil Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer, because the #1 cause for engine wear are dry starts. The stabilizer will help reduce dry starts, also reduces wear and friction, higher gas mileage should they be taking these on the road, and more power. And what they want is more power. Lucas Oil Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer. It keeps new cars new and old cars alive.
Thanks a lot, Ted. Let's continue on with the semifinal round here. The Killer Bees will pair up with Stranglehold. Again, just a couple of tough teams here as they're all lined up and the green flag flies and the action begins.
And they are the defending champions, that is the Killer Bees, and Stranglehold's gang were the champions in 2005. And they are some of the best with a lot of great power and a lot of those big cars. Oh!
Didn't take long. There on board, man. There's a nice 1-2 shot, man.
I like watching in the interiors and watching those bodies come out of there. Why would you?
Oh, the Killer Bees hitting their own guys.
Hit his own guy.
How about that, man? That was Brian Anderson in the 7 car. There's the 74 Speedy Steve Volbrecht, and it looks like he's got himself a big handful of Stranglehold there.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's trying to get him knocked out. A little fire there.
Yeah, quick little fire. Looks like it went right back out.
Brian Anderson now making the laps. It looks like he is, now at least, the designated runner here.
Boy, look at that car. There is not a spot on it that has not been hit by something. Steam coming out of the radiators. He tries to hang on for a couple more laps.
Yeah,
and see if he can get the Killer Bees, of course, in the final round.
You can tell it's a bit overheated because none of these guys are afraid to hit him on the front.
Now, Hot Rod Lincoln is going to hang on as he barely crosses the stripe. And the Killer Bees are going to a final round. It should be a good one as they will team up with the Junkyard Dogs.
Well, Ken, as you mentioned, they're pretty well wore out, these cars, that is. But they've got a dozen of them when they come here, so they'll start out with 4 freshmen.
Brian, you guys are on a tear right now.
Yeah, we're getting it done. Doing the best we can. We know Junkyard Dogs is a tough team, and you got to get through everybody to get to them, and we're going to see them in the finals and give them hell.
The stage is set as the 2 finalists roll to the track. This OT telecast is brought to you by Lucas Oil Products, made in America, sold to the world. Herculiner Truck Bed Liners, when the tough come easy. And by General Tire. Time now for the finals. The Killer Bees against the Junkyard Dogs. And the Junkyard Dogs coming out here and beating a very tough team in the semifinals. No doubt have to carry that momentum here as they go up against the defending champion.
That's right. The defending champions are the ones to watch. But once again, we take off with 4 drivers per team. And the key is, big bottleneck right off the bat. But the key here is that one of your teammates or the other can make 5 laps around the track, almost interrupted, if you will.
You can see the hits coming out here as they try to get things straightened out. Ryan Bluer, car number 33, is driving for the Junkyard Dogs. Oh, man! And the 36 car, that's Brickman Lewis, once again, just with some huge hits.
There's the 33. He'll get spun out right there, but he'll make quick recovery. That's Ryan Bluer once again. The 7 now is pushing to 77. Anderson and Stahulik.
Brian Anderson trying to help his teammate around there. Man, it's sloppy out there. It's hard to get one to go straight, especially when you're going 40, 50 miles an hour. Car number 35, that's the Big Kahuna, and a head-on hit. That's how you get it done. The Crusher, and here comes the other side.
Oh, the 33 needed to make his way through there. That 33 car, Brian Bluer, needed to get through there. Now the 35 is bottled up a little bit.
Brickman really taking out two of those guys, and the 77 sitting there with nowhere to go. So the 34, Rude Ryan.
Man, he's back-to-back. Crushes two of them back-to-back.
Man, tattooing those guys out there. How about the sunroof there on that one, huh?
That's right. That's the Big Kahuna.
He needs a little headroom right there.
He's a big old boy. And you know what? It's great big Lincolns with the Landau windows to do. Spare tire cover deal on the back. Some purists would just die to see this stuff. Whoa.
Garrett Vanderbilt standing on the throttle. That's what that wall's there for. It'll help guide him around there eventually.
I guess he didn't have full control right there. That's still Vanderbilt, the Big Kahuna.
I mean, when you get down to this round, it is let it all hang out. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Both teams suffering a lot of damage.
Oh, look at those bodies fly around inside those cars. Now that 33 machine right there of Brian Bluer is doing all the right things to continue to make that 5-lap process. There he is right there. Should be, or close to at least, the white flag right here.
This would be a big upset if the Junkyard Dogs, who won the championship back in 2003, could come out here. Not only would they have beaten Beyond Driven, but they would have beaten, obviously, and have so, the defending champions. So a spectacular night for the Junkyard Dogs.
Look at that stuff. Big old Lincolns, and I'll tell you what, great job for Ryan Bluer. He carried one of our in-car cameras, and he has done a great job right here. And the crowd of 7,000 will get wild here in a moment.
Let's send Ted down to talk to our winners.
This is a big win for the Junkyard Dogs. You guys are really looking to get back at these guys, and you did it tonight. There's 4 more races to go this year, but a great start.
This is all we wanted to do, and I've been to the 3rd round so many times, and we came up short every single time. There was no stopping us this night.
Not tonight. They got it done here tonight. Hey, make sure you check out where the Terry's RV and the rest of the OTE crew is going by logging on to NewWaveTV.com. For Ted Brunson and Brian Olson, I'm Ken Stout. Remember, you're not living unless you're on the edge.